Hey scrappy friends, this is Mags from MagsGraphics, and today I'm going to talk about a new product that I have in the store called the Everyday Slats and Masks Sets 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are combined into a bundle, which saves you money. Forever, Artisan has a very cool feature called the Grid Cutter. It is up under the Cut Tools, Grid Cutter, and you're able to actually cut out slats or horizontally, vertically. You can cut out into little squares. You have a lot of options, but what I realized it did not do was diagonals very well. I had taken a photo and turned it 45 degrees and then attempted the grid cutter, and it worked, but it just wasn't lined up properly. And so I thought I would work on some masks that would have the diagonal aspect to it, but I also included vertical and horizontal because I like things all matching together, and it was just one less step for me. So I thought I would show you how we can work with these. I'm going to hide this preview. You can see what I have set up on the page so far. We've got a background paper. This is from a kit called Lake Life. I've got just a mat that I've put here. None of this you're going to need. This is just the way I want to set up my paper. And I've got a large photo on top of that mat. So I'm going to pull over a photo of my husband and me from when we were walking around the lake that's in the adjacent neighborhood. They've got a great walking path, and so we often go around. So when you get the Everyday Slats, you have three options within Artisan. One are the elements, which can be added to the page and manipulated just like any other element. But I've added a couple of other things for you. The first is in the frames. These are the mask effects. So clicking on a paper or a photo, you can apply any of these just by clicking on it. So if I wanted it to be a heart, I could double click on this, and now it has made this into a heart. Except for I think I've actually hit the bottom one too. Hold on a second. We're going to just click on my first on that. It made everything the heart. So here's the heart. You can see I still have my mat below it. Because my end result, we're going to use one of the rectangles. But I've got the heart. I've got the scallop frame. All of these come in vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. We've got some different types of hearts. Different ones might be suited better for your photo than others. For example, for this one isn't the best for this particular photo because part of my head is cut off, but some of the other ones are. I'm actually going to go up here to the rectangle landscape. There's also rectangle portrait and a perfect square, just so that things don't get skewed. If you were to use the rectangle landscape on a very small vertical rectangle, it just may not land the same way you want it to. So by having my mat underneath, this is a little too busy behind, so that's why I put the mat there. Here you can add any shadow that you might want to it. You can reduce the opacity because I'm making this more of a background or just a different type, something different for interest. I've added another little picture frame down here that I can even add in the same. Oops, hold on, I think that worked out. We can scoot this, oops, raise this up if we'd like to. And I can keep adding some different embellishments. The other thing that I've added though is in your shapes panel. You have all of these also as live shapes. And some of the features can overlap, but here are some neat things we can do with this. I'm going to click on this heart and bring it in. You have the choice to fill with any color. You can choose if you want a stroke or no stroke around each segment. I'm going to go with none. I'm going to leave it the fill that it is right now. And I'm going to resize it a little bit. And I'm going to go over here to my kit that I was using before of Lake Life, and I'm going to add this reddish orange paper, fill selected shape. All right, now here's where things can get fun. Because this is a live shape, you have some options to it. You can right click and you can fill it with a solid color, a gradient. You can find an art kit. You can even convert it to a photo draw point, which in effect you've used these effects on your photo when you use them from the mask layer. But if you need them, if you need some different kinds of functionality, you now have this as a live shape. But I'm going to do right click, shape, edit shape. And you can now click and adjust all of these. I'm going to actually remove this center one. I'm going to scroll in a little bit. I'm going to click on this one. And I'm going to move in. What I'd like to do is make this slat thicker so that I could write maybe a title inside. So I can scoot over here. Oh, wait, I don't want that one quite yet. I want this other one. Scoot this up. And then I'll come over to this side, scoot this up. Make sure this is straight. I now have some adjustments that I can make. I can add a point just to follow along with the natural curve of the heart. But now, once I click OK, I've now changed this so that the center part is fatter and I can add some text inside if I would like to, which is a pretty cool effect. Create this there. I can add my text in here. For now, we'll just go with something simple. Of course, I can change the color, font, height, size. Here we can go up and add custom shadow. I can group these together. Resize them if I'd like to. So it gives us some neat ideas of the different things that can be done when you bring in something from a shape panel or when you use it as an effect on your paper or your frames. Within this bundle, you will get all of the circles, you will get the octagons, the ovals in both directions, rectangles in both directions. You'll get a great scallop frame. You want to change this up, we can go over here. Oops, nope, I'm in the wrong panel. Hold on a minute. Let's go to frame effects. Make sure that right one is. And we could change it to this scallop one if I would like it to be. I want the bottom to also do the same. And I could move this one up if I wanted to fill in those gaps. Just lots of little neat things that you can do with this. You've got different hearts, and then of course you have the squares, plus the hexagons in both directions, and if you would like triangles. The triangles can be great use with paper. They do some really neat effects, banners, borders, neat stuff that you can do with triangles. Now, in addition to the bundle of the Everyday Slats and Masks, I also have a set of templates that use all of these. And so if you would like to have your pages partially already created, where all you have to do is add in photos, change colors, add in your favorite papers and embellishments, you have some options. Here's one of the templates from the template pack. And these are just embellishments. So you can change their color, you can change their shadow, you can change their rotation, you can add in paper from, let's go, I could fill this selected shape with this one. I could fill this selected shape with this one, and then make each of these, your own. So both of these are available as this month's pick and mix. And I know that you'll be able to make some really spectacular layouts with a lot of interesting features. Please do come share in the MagsGraphics fan group on Facebook when you have done one of your layouts, because I would love to see them. Thanks for watching.